The question is, can we change the model of public housing so it is a home and not an investment asset?
Well, I suppose you could. The question is whether you want to or you don't want to. Our attitude is we would like Singaporeans not only to have a roof over your heads, but also an asset which is your own. You own it, and you take pride in it, you defend it, and it is something valuable which is useful to you, especially in your old age. It's a nest egg for you. And that's how the HDB flat works. We sell you a HDB flat, nowadays probably BTO. We're selling it to you really at a discount. It's subsidized, it's worth a lot more than you paid for it, but you're still paying for it, and it becomes yours. And please take care of it. And as a result, we made Singapore a home-owning society, which is unique in the world. And I don't think we want to give that up. You could have a different model, where the government or somebody provides you a roof, but we don't give you a house to own. It could be a rental flat. You could rent from some other landlord. Or you could do like we do our studio apartments, which are 30 years, and it's not freely transferable. You pay for the 30 years lease, but it's like a rental paid in advance. So if anytime we are 30 years, you've passed on or you don't want the flat anymore, you return the flat to the government and we refund you pro rata the balance of your rental. And I think you could do that in other circumstances too. I mean, you could do that for others, for young people. But I think for young people, I would rather I give you an endowment. This is for you for life, and to help you have a stake in Singapore, and to make sure that you start off with chips, which can bring you to an equal starting point. Then you don't have to spend a lot of your money buying a house. You spend a reasonable proportion, and you can pursue your career, you can bring up your family, and you can have a satisfying life. I think that's a better solution. The worry really at the bottom of your question is, can I afford an HDB flat? And if you look at the affordability, it's still affordable, but somewhat less so than it used to be several years ago. It's because of the way the market has moved. But I think going ahead, we will keep it affordable. We want to make sure. How? We will buy enough. We will build enough. We have land enough. And we can price it so that it will remain affordable. I mean, the pricing is within our control. We can, for new flats, we are building flats for Singaporeans. I'm building 25,000 flats this year. Next year, about 20,000, at least, maybe more if we need to. And we are building them for Singaporeans. So if Singaporeans say they can't afford to buy the flat, who can afford to buy the flat? It must remain unsold. HDB will be stuck, right? It's not my purpose to build flats and leave them on the shelf. It's my purpose to build flats and sell them to Singaporeans at a price which they can afford, which is what we're going to do.
But one assumption is that you have to take out a 20, 25-year loan, which in this age where your business cycles are more uncertain, shorter.
You cannot be sure which job you're in, but I think you can work on the basis that if the economy is functioning, you will have a job. And 20, 25 years loan, it depends what the proportion of your income is. I mean, in other countries, typically you're talking about 5, 6 years of income worth in the house, and then you will take a 20, 25 year loan, sometimes even 30-year loan to buy a house. And I think that's normal.